About an hour later, a policeman came and somebody reported, I don't know, maybe indecency or something. So we had to go to the police station, bring him along, had to explain he is special needs, in a foreign country where we had to use translations, translation app.
This podcast shares personal stories and professional insights, but it's not a substitute for medical advice or therapy. If you're looking for support, do speak to someone qualified and trained in child development or special needs care. You'll find the full disclaimer on the screen and in the show note.
For many families, the word travel, vacation, or go for a trip can trigger happy emotion. But when it comes to families who have children on the spectrum, the same word might actually bring up different kind of emotions, from stress, anxiety. It's a mixed bag of feelings. Sometimes before we go for a trip, we may even think like, is it possible for us? We would worry about things like, will my child eat the food that on the destination places? Or we may even worry that something goes very not right, and then we become a center of attention or be posted on social media and then become a newsworthy posting. So for families who have children who are on the spectrum, before we go for a trip, it takes maybe more than the usual planning for us to prepare and feel okay to take the next step and board the flight or whatever vehicle we travel with. And for this episode, we want to exactly look into this topic, and we invited a guest who also are parents who have children on the spectrum to share with us their experiences on what they do, how they go travel, and how they manage all the A to Z to travel with a better peace of mind, and etc. And I'm Kevin, I'm the co-host for Adapting Together, and we have Sinyi, another co-host, and Carmen, who is another co-host. And Carmen, I'll leave it to you to introduce and bring out our guest for today's episode.
Yeah, so we have Nina.
Yes.
Welcome, Nina, and
Hi.
thanks for saying yes to join us. Yeah, and I worked with Nina's son for a while. Yeah, since I think almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
And then so when after I think recently had a chance to communicate with you
Yes.
again, and would like you to be a guest, and you
Yes.
come up with this topic, and which is something that we really want to
Yeah.
find out more. So yeah, we would like to hear from you a little bit about, maybe you can introduce yourself,
Yeah.
your family, and a little bit about yourself, your
Okay.
child. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Marlena. You can call me Nina. And I have 3 kids. The first 2 are twins, which one of them is on the spectrum. So Martin, and the other one is Dian. And I have a younger one. They are turning 18 this year, March. And I have a younger 14-year-old girl, Teja. And of course, a loving husband, Reza. Yeah. So I'll talk a bit about Martin. So Martin was diagnosed as an autistic person since 3 years old, but we've been doing intervention since he was 1, because we could see a lot of difference because of they're twins, So we've been doing intervention since 1. I think Carmen, you came at 4 when he was 4. So that was like 14 years ago.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, so he is non-verbal, very low in social communication and interaction. Not aggressive because we've been doing a lot of intervention, and he is compliant. So the only thing is, when he was small, he had a hypotonia, which is low muscle tone around his hip area. So we worked on it a lot. And due to that, he has a toileting problem until today. So it's a round-the-clock job for us to do toileting for him. But other than that, he's good. He's compliant. He loves to travel. You can see it. So that's why I think so important for me to bring up this topic. because I see that's one of the main thing that he loves to do.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, I am very impressed because you see, he is still on the toilet training,
Yes.
ongoing journey.
Yes.
And yet traveling, I think most of the parents traveling, the most biggest concern is toilet
know,
training,
toileting.
Don't even talk about going overseas or
Yes.
what, sometimes just from house to, to maybe go back hometown,
True.
going, how to bring our kids to the
Yes.
toilet, will we use the highway toilet and
I
all
know.
these things, so, but I actually have many opportunity to see past many years has seen how Nina brought the children, the whole family,
Yes.
never putting Martin aside
Yes.
and bringing him to everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that is actually something that would really tap on you, give more advice to
True.
to our audience
Yes.
about that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm also impressed that toileting
Yes.
concern never really stopped you from
Yeah.
bringing Martin
yeah.
anywhere. Yeah. So how do you usually prepare him before a trip?
So, okay. When he was younger, obviously we use a lot of visual,
Yeah.
what do you call that? Social stories, visual.
Schedule. Yeah.
Yeah, and lately, but we have to move on because he's now an adult. So I think starting about 1.5 years ago, we started to face off the social stories. I mean, visually. So now we do it verbally, more verbal. And if visual, more like we show him reels, like, look, this is where we're going to go. So I think it's important for you to move on from being very rigid. So we obviously have help from the teachers at school and then Kelly, the therapist. So we slowly do more like a adult conversation with him. Like, hey, we're going to this place next week. Why don't we do da. So rather than very rigid, also show the social stories and stuff like that. So that's how we move on.
And I'm
Yeah.
glad that he also showed understanding.
Yes, he
when
shows-
even just vocally or telling him
yes,
that,
vocally and verbally. And he does. He'll nod because he is non-verbal, so you wouldn't understand like what he's thinking, So, but you can see his slight expression, his subtle expression that he's smiling a bit, Yeah. And he loves cold weather, so we try to tell him, look, you're gonna wear puffer jacket, and he'll be like, oh, yeah. So, and also, sorry, the reason why I bring up about the toileting is also so that a lot of parents are worried the most about that. I think I just want to put out that if our family can do it, I'm sure you guys can do it too. Ours is probably like quite severe, quite challenging, challenging thing. So hopefully this will inspire the.
Maybe you share a little bit with us. It's like the initial stage of traveling. The challenges that you really face and it's so real to you. Yeah.
Or maybe like the first trip you took.
Yeah.
Oh, first, because actually we've been traveling with him since he was a baby. So we make it a point every year we bring him on a flight at least once a year. And then we go to nearer places, like maybe within Malaysia, right? Like an hour away.
Correct.
We start with that. I think you have to start small, even if sometimes it will regress as well. Because at a certain age, especially when he turned 12, he had a very uncertain mood swings, So then we regress a bit, like, oh, we can't go the 7-hour flight anymore. So we try a shorter flight again. So sometimes it's back and forth experience and learning for us also with him. So, but you will know after a while, you'll come to a stable point that he can, and you will know his limit and his boundary about traveling the furthest, or or what kind of transportation he can take, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we hear you clearly that we always aim small.
Yes.
Start with
Malaysia,
an hour,
yeah, an
Cuti
hour,
Malaysia
Cuti
first,
Malaysia.
yeah, then maybe Singapore, then
Yeah.
slowly to certain
Yes.
place in nearby country. Yes, this is something that even from my experience, I always tell my client to do that when they are young, so that they. We don't want them. The first flight is actually, I mean, not like everybody has the luxury to travel, right? Yeah, but we are trying to at least let them to go for a short trip, you know,
Yes.
to like say Penang, you know, and all these things. It's just for them to, we don't know any time that in the future the kids need to fly
True.
due to any reason, right? So we don't want them to have their first flight like say 10 or 12 when they
Yes.
are. You don't know what to expect and how to control
Yeah.
them, and they
Yeah.
could be bigger than our size and things like that. So
Yeah.
I would like the parents at least once a year or once every 2 years still try
Yeah.
on that whole flying experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Test the water first.
Test the water.
Test the water. And I'm very fortunate. I have a lot of family support, and especially my husband is very, very hands-on. So saying that, even though we are fortunate, we started from very early on. But I remember when he turned 12. Then I remember like actually I was always with my husband whenever we travel, even going to the restaurant. So that was, and he at that time had a lot of tantrum problem. So what I did was at 12, I actually brought him out alone. So that is the confidence you need for yourself, because sometimes you're so reliant on other people. Sometimes you don't realize it, like, oh, my husband's there, my daughter is there or something, you know. So I started, okay, go to mall by myself. Give 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours by myself. Can I handle him toileting? Can I handle him giving snacks or a meal? So that can be also something, you know, if you don't want to go to Kuantan or something, that can be something just to increase your confidence level. And also,
by handling
yes,
the
by
child
handling
alone.
the child alone, because when you go on a trip, maybe you'll be left alone with your child, you know. So that can be a good exercise for you to start also.
Thanks for the suggestion. I think it's very helpful for our audience.
This
Yeah.
is like exposure training for
Yeah.
the parents and also the child.
Yes,
They also,
it's
it's a new
true.
challenge to
It's
them
a new
as well.
challenge,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
And sometimes you won't know what is the thing that you will face until you
Until
you
yes.
do it at the
Yeah.
first time. Then
Yes.
along the way you'll have to adjust your
Yes.
strategies or
True.
the planning.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
the
again,
next
like,
one.
yeah, small thing like, can I handle him in the toilet, you know, change his diapers or whatever. So, so that's small step, but it's a big confidence boost for you.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
sometimes it might also be like we over worry for too much. Sometimes you have so many things mentally you think about it, and then when it happens, it really never happens.
Yeah,
right. It can be.
I think most of the parents have that mentality.
Yeah.
They didn't dare not to step the first step with so many
True.
challenges that in their mind.
True.
Okay, so just now we talked about, you know, preparation wise, we can prepare social story, even verbal. I like the ideas of reels nowadays, right? Visual comes so easy for our kids to understand, you know, that we can say, oh, we are going to this place, you know, that is actually with beach, you know, with sand and all this thing, the sound and everything is all in the reel. So
Yes.
all videos and all these things, super, super good idea. So when come to really traveling, you know, what are the challenging part to travel? Like say airport, you know, long waiting, you know, what kind of challenges that you have?
So obviously, step by step, yes. First is getting him to the airport. But now we are very lucky. Our airport has butterfly effect. Oh my God, that has helped us tremendously. Upon arrival and upon departure and upon arrival. So they will actually get you to the flight from A to Z, and then get you back from the flight. They'll even like, wait for you with like Abdul Matin there, you know, on the iPad. It's like VVIP. So Airports Malaysia, thank you so much. Really, really, please don't skip this privilege. To all the mothers, to all the parents, use all the privileges you can get. And you'll be surprised there are bigger airports with more connecting flights outside in other countries. They do offer this as well. They'll probably call something else like Sunflower or something like that. So just have a look out. And like like certain airlines now introduce autism-friendly seats. Yeah, I think Emirates or I can't remember some others. Yeah, so they do. They will give you a seat that is far away from other people. So yeah, so it's quite amazing now. I think we have a lot of awareness and support.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So maybe you can share a bit more about the butterfly effect, like
Yes.
how do we, you know, is it has to have OKU card or how?
Yes,
you know?
you do have to have OKU card. Even you are a foreigner, just I'm sure you have a health card for your children.
Or doctor reports.
Doctor reports, yes, doctor reports. But we have our OKU card. Just go to their website, sign in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and tell them your flight number and everything. So, and then upon arrival at the airport, you go to a counter, and they normally have a butterfly effect counter, and they'll assign at least one staff to follow you around, and they'll suggest a calm room for you, definitely a buggy ride if it's very long, and then they'll wait for you if you say you want a meal for a while. You know, they'll wait until you board. You go and board the flight.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the parents and the family can all follow
Yeah, we all
and get
follow.
the privilege.
Yeah,
All
we all
right.
follow.
Okay.
So they will ask how many family members, to follow.
Okay. Yeah. So seems like with the butterfly effect, meaning in the airport is not so much a concern. Long queue is no longer. Yeah.
And this goes for KLIA 1 and KLIA 2. So normally we take KLIA 2, and KLIA 2 was a breeze for us now, even though it's a lot of people, you know. So it's just maybe at the starting point, then a lot of people, then a bit more stimulated for Martin, but after that it's fine. Yeah.
How about, I believe there are airports or countries that they don't have such
They
services.
don't.
So how do you handle that?
So
Yes.
for this, we try to avoid crowds. Yeah, we try to put him in one corner. If they do not need to see him, like the counter do not need to see him, then we'll put him in one corner. So it is important to travel with another person who can handle him. Yeah, so that
So one can still take
one-
care of him,
yes,
and the other one is
the
can
itinerary
handle all
and
the-
whatever. Yeah, so that's important. We can't be doing it all by ourselves. That yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. So have you have any unexpected or very difficult moments, you know, during the previous trip before?
Oh yeah. So I'd like to share with you something that happened recently. So we went to a country, and I think Martin was a bit overstimulated, and he had I think bad stomach ache or something. So he was having a small tantrum at the hotel lobby. So he kind of like pulled down his pants, you know, quickly. So he's in diapers. So I pulled it up quite quickly. The grandparents were there, the father was there, the sister was there. So, but because maybe he screamed, so it caught a lot of people's attention. So after that, we went back to our hotel room, and about an hour later, a policeman came. And somebody reported, I don't know, maybe indecency or something. So we had to go to the police station, bring him along, had to explain he is special needs, you know, in a foreign country where we had to use translation app. But I think at first we were very upset because this has never happened to us, and it's clearly like he was special needs, you know. But upon saying that, I think my advice to parents, please do not be defensive about this, because even though our kids look cute, they are they are big, and you know, they are bigger than us now. They're an adult, and they might seem a threat to others, unfortunately. So we went to the police station. We apologized, but we also explained his diagnosis. So please bring your diagnosis with you, email form or something. And the police were really, really nice to us. They said, yeah, we tried to explain to them, but they, but once the report is done, we had to just follow up. So we met the couple who made the report, we explained to them. And I think you must have faith in kindness of other people. So, yeah, so we got through that. So 1.5 hours in the police station with Martin. but I think we got more out of it, After that, we are more aware about traveling with him, and then it just makes us more appreciate other people as well, like their kindness. Even though you look so bad, something like this happened to you, but I think you just see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, and it created more awareness. Hopefully the couple is more aware, even if they're not aware. We could see the police were very aware about it. Yeah, so, and I can see that other countries are very open about the special needs as well. Yeah.
Yes, I think the awareness, that is why this podcast is important also, right? To continue to create more awareness to the people around, so that they will seeing this group of children with a more open mind, with will accept them and understand them a little bit more than making a big hoo-ha.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And also to cultivate a better understanding, especially for people who have not experienced these day-to-day routines or instances, to understand that it's not that the child purposely want to do something, but most of the time it's just that they lack the kind of self-control that we may have.
Yes,
and we all act on impulse, but we are trained to contain some of the impulsive acts that we have.
True.
So, and we also appreciate having guests like you who are willing to open up and be vulnerable to share your personal experiences like this. And this is the kind of story that will help to really build the awareness and the empowerment that we are talking about.
And basically to let the parents know you are not alone.
Yes.
Right? There are a lot of people walking the same journey, going through the same journey.
And saying that, it's been for 18 years I've been traveling, this must be the worst thing. So it's not, so don't be deterred by this, So that means I had more good travels than this one small tiny incident. But this tiny incident, I think it really sparked a lot of good things out of it.
Yes.
Okay.
And also part and parcel of travel is to have unexpected things, right?
Yes.
And you did not expect to go to a police station, but it became one of the new places.
One new itinerary.
Interaction with the locals.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, wow.
Okay. Yeah. So how about during a holiday when you're planning itinerary, right? What is something that you will what are the areas that you will skip? What are the areas that you will choose more for Martin case maybe?
Yeah. So I think my most important tip is to firstly you have to include his favorite activities, like their favorite activity.
Yeah.
At least one. If you can't, maybe they like to go to the beach or they like to see water. Then maybe if it's not a beach holiday, then you go to somewhere that he can
There's a swimming pool.
Yeah, swimming pool or something, or a lake or something like that. We normally bring him to either beach or city areas, and he loves city. Don't know why, but must be the So anyway, the second one is never ever skip his meals. I think it goes to a lot of kids as well, because that will determine his mood as well. So don't skip his meal and always be on time. So and other than that is you have to put his safety first. So even you are planning for his favorite activity or whatever, but if it's not suitable, put his safety first. Maybe he likes horses, but don't go on the horse or something. You know, and always get your travel insurance and stuff like that for him. Yeah. And even though you plan, you must always plan his activities. You must always plan his downtime as well. So maybe we have 4 or 5 activities that day. Maybe we can only achieve 2, but always have 2 downtimes as well.
Very good advice.
Yeah, because if not, the next day it will carry on his frustrations and everything. So we always have that. And other than that, So other than that, just have faith in other people. Have faith in other people's kindness. I think when we travel, a lot of people, there are more kind people than you know, the non-understanding ones. So have faith in that.
That's good. Okay. Just now you did mention about like don't skip his meal, and I don't know how is Martin diet now. You know, is he very picky, or he is okay to eat everything? You know, so do you need to bring? You know, some of the parents need to bring their own rice cooker, rice cooker, their own rice. You know? So would like to hear from you about that.
We are very, very fortunate now. I think everywhere we travel, there'll always be rice. There'll always be Chinese food or something, Asian food or something, right?
Okay.
So for Martin, he started off with GFCF when he was younger. We already blended in with all the normal food now. So he is fine. It's just there are certain dairy things he cannot take.
Tolerate.
And especially during travel, because he loves to touch things. So hygienically, it's really bad for him. So he gets stomach ache. So the one thing that we never skip is having his medical box, carrying his medical box around. Just his diarrhea pills and whatever, you know, to help him. So not skipping meals, meaning if his 12 o'clock is his lunchtime, then 11:30 we start finding place already. And you know it's going to be like very busy places and stuff. So we try to scout first. Now we are so lucky lah, everything.
Google Map.
Google Map, cafe, everything you can find, right? So I feel it's no excuse to not find a place, to not plan a place. So we are very lucky now.
At least you don't need to bring a rice cooker.
No, snacks I do bring. I bring a bag of snacks for him.
Okay.
Rice.
Is there any necessary item that you must bring with you?
Because he's still toilet training, you know. So we must have our diapers. We must have our napkins and even Dettol. I bring my Dettol and everything just in case, you know. And that's aside for his hygiene bag, and then we have his snacks as well, and his medical box. That's it. I think it's just like carrying a baby lah. Right. Big baby.
Big baby.
Big baby. But other than that, I think once you are used to that routine, because it's only every 2.5 hours that I will prompt him to go to toilets, and that's every 2.5 hours you will try to find a disabled OKU toilet, right? So it gives you enough time to go from one place to another.
Okay. How does traveling impact the siblings and the family bonding so far?
So I think we must not neglect our other siblings, his other siblings, because they are also going through certain periods of their time. You know, they are changing and everything. So I think there were times when his twin sister also like wouldn't want to be seen with him sometimes. But we have to acknowledge that they are going through some sensitive times and all. But I think over the years, we slowly, sometimes we pass the baton to her, you know, like, mommy's going out. Can you look after Martin for 2 hours? Mommy and daddy want to go out for coffee for a while during the travels. She you know, it gives them a sense of responsibility and confidence and bonding with Martin. And I think I did sit down with them and ask them, do you feel pressured? Do you feel heavy, you know, with all this, you know? But I think because they grow up with that, they grow up with the responsibility, and they grow up with you know, having a brother like that. For them, it's a part of their life.
Their life.
Yeah, a part of their life. And and you must always check on them. Is it, do you don't like this? You know, do you want not to do this anymore or something, or do you want to change your whatever? So I always check on them. Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
I think that's so important because, yes, a lot of times they feel like they have no choice, right? Yeah, but it's actually not so much, choice or no choice, but at the same time, they still get support, you know, and check in from the parents.
Yes.
That's very important because I think communication is very important in this situation. Yeah.
So Nina, you spoke about going for a trip to take care of Martin's interests, and of course you also have 2 other children that you need to ensure they get their fun out of the whatever trip or wherever you go, right? Do you sometimes also ensure to make sure that you take care of your own needs as well?
Oh yeah. That's number one. I think in order for you to take care of others, you have to take care of yourself first. That's very important. So I have to have my coffee time, my whatever time that I want, and I give that back to the sibling. So now I give you 2 hours, you can go to the mall, do something. And now they are bigger, I can leave
let them go by
Yeah,
themselves,
before that, like, or daddy will take you to this place for half a day or something. I'll be with abang, and maybe the next day, mommy will go out with you and daddy will be with abang. So we do that. That's why probably if the vacation for other family takes 4 days, ours will take 7 days. Really.
That's not everything you can do together.
Yes.
Rotating.
Yes. And another thing is, we probably we do not travel in like luxury, So we try to budget our airlines more than our stay. So our accommodation, we try to take a nicer accommodation. Yeah, it's important because we need fresh towels, we need more like clean space and bigger space, and also thicker walls, because sometimes you don't know, he can have tantrums in the room. So I find living in apartments not a good thing, because scared the neighbor's gonna be complaining. So it's always, we try to take a hotel room rather than and
Airbnb.
And contact the hotel first, tell them your situation. They probably will put you at the corner areas and everything, away from others. Yeah.
Which is, you have your own privacy.
Yeah.
They might upgrade you into
No
better room too.
Recently I checked into hotel, they put me at the end of the and we had to walk so far.
Okay, that one
Good exercise lah.
But now I understand.
Okay. But Nina, maybe you can share with us some joyful and memorable moments.
I think every time we travel, any small thing is small win for us. That's it. I think So it's always memorable when you see Martin slightly smiling, you should see all his photos. He's always like smiling and he hardly smiles, So he loves traveling. Yeah. He loves cold weather, so we tend to bring him to cold weather countries, and he's always cooperative, and because of that, he wants to be there, he wants to see things, So he has less tantrum when he travels, and you'd be surprised how you think they are rigid, but they can follow you. When they are in a new environment.
Yeah, because in the same, I always share with the parents is that when they are at home all the time, they already build up their rigidity.
Yes.
What time they expect this thing to come? What
Yes.
time, But when they go to a new city, new place, new hotel, they don't have any rigidity that bother them so much. They just as long as like the weather is something that they like, they also know that there's no therapy. Don't need to go to all these centers and things like that. I think that is where they really enjoy. And I think Sinyi and I also believe that travel is actually one kind of therapy for
Yes.
most of our kids in the center. We notice that
Yes.
a lot of time when after they travel, they came back, we can see a lot improvement in our kids, their mood, and all this thing. Yeah, so we believe that is one of the therapy, but it's a little bit costly lah.
It's a
I
bit
think,
costly.
yeah,
A little
sometimes for
bit.
adults also, when you come back from a different place, you also might feel more refreshed.
Refreshed.
Yeah.
And that could be the same thing that happened to our
Yes,
kids.
I think so too. And don't forget to reward them, I think. Like
Yeah.
for Martin,
Yeah.
if we had a good day, I always reward him with one bathtub time because he loves water, right? So we'll give him like, okay, I'll give you 1 hour bathtub time. Yeah, so he loves that. So, small things that you can find, and then he will see like, oh, I get rewarded something different because I'm away from my routine, I'm away from my normal place. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Going back to what you said, it can be costly, but I think the concept of travel is just, you go to somewhere that is new and you do certain activity together that are new and you enjoy. So it does not have to always be like, I take a flight to a different country.
It's true.
It can be driving 1 hour to a different city at the same state,
Yes.
doing something. So it's just micro travel.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be grand travel.
Yeah.
Yes,
So we can
agree.
actually fit a travel routine that suits to the family
Yes.
wallet and budget.
Yes.
The goal is to spend quality time together and
Yes.
have new routine or exposure for the child and
Yes.
family.
Yes.
So I think more importantly is for the family to understand what they want out of the whole experience and create the experience together mindfully.
Yeah. So we have come to the end of our podcast.
Yeah.
Really, thanks a lot, Lina. Maybe, do you have one last advice to our audience? That about traveling.
Traveling, yeah, I think it is okay to be scared. It is okay not to travel even. So do not be pressured. But when you start, doing one travel with your kid, you'll notice something different, and that's when you build up your own confidence to bring them around, and that's as parents, your kids best, and we always want to give the best to them.
Yes.
So my son loves traveling, and that's the best that I can give to him. So yeah. So
Okay, thank
That's
you.
Okay, and with that, thank you so much, Nina, for sharing.
You're welcome.
And we hope you guys have more happy trips, more
I hope
travel,
so.
uneventful one. And we also wish all the listeners who are listening and watching this to find your own way to balance your travel and the family budget and create those new experiences together. And if you share our podcast with other people, you also contribute to helping them to plan their trips and family experience together as well. And with that, thank you so much for listening in. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you so much.
Lina.